vetting has its limits. What up, what up, what up? What's happening? Que lo que mi gente? Welcome to Love, Purpose, and Passports. Hope all is well and all the passport ready, a passport getting ready. For those of you that don't know, I am Mr. Pro for you, living in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Let's get right to it. I just wanted to do this quick video about why it seems so hard for you to know if she's really for you in the relationship or not. We've talked about the importance of vetting, and we've discussed red flags multiple times. Most, if not all of these things require you to watch and assess her over time. It's like looking at a security camera. It kind of puts you in the position of perpetually waiting for her to do something wrong. And it shouldn't be that way. But you still need to know whether this person should be in your life or not. And let's be honest, with all the fear mongering that's going on, you end up trying to make sure she's not a beautiful monster as opposed to being a good woman who's just not a good fit for you. Always on the lookout for the extreme violations. Let's graduate past always trying to make sure she's not a supervillain. If you suspect she's a supervillain, act on it immediately. The chances are slim to none that you'll accidentally think she's a supervillain when she's really the one for you. Unless you're a supervillain. So let's get back to vetting. We've had so many videos about how to vet, why to vet, make sure you vet, you gotta vet. Vetting is the talk among us relationship guys. It's the secret sauce. So much so that it's become a talking point. And we know by now that once something becomes a talking point, it loses its effectiveness conversation-wise. Needless to say, vetting is very important. You need to vet. But vetting has its limits. Vetting is passive, meaning you're waiting on her to do or not do something wrong. It's a passive approach, and I don't mean passive as in being weak. Now, when it comes to showing and proving to her who we are, we take an active approach. This is how it usually goes. This is why it's harder and more time consuming to get the answers you really need. Vetting alone puts you in a position of just waiting for the aha moments to know if she's good for your life or not. The key word is waiting. That's the problem. She's not waiting to find out if you're really good for her because you're actively doing what you can to show her what time it is. Not because she's making you do it, but that's how we shine as men. But you tend to wait, taking a passive approach when it comes to finding out if she's right to be a part of your future or not. Vetting only is a passive approach. Waiting around to see if she does something wrong is a passive approach. Waiting on someone to do something wrong is the longest route you can take to arrive at finding out if they can do what's right for you in the relationship, which is more important than her doing something wrong. While you're sitting around vetting and waiting to see if she does something wrong, you haven't even found out if she could do anything right yet. This is why you're recognizing what's wrong with her instead of what's right with her way down the road farther than you should have. And remember, we're not talking about finding out later that she's trash. We're talking about how to find out earlier if she's treasure. So what's causing you to find out these things so much later than you should have? You don't require anything of her. As I mentioned in my unrealistic expectation vids, the big five don't count. You don't require anything of her. What do I mean by that? I'll ask you this. Whatever you require her to do to get her hands dirty building the relationship you guys want, you're sacrificing and reprioritizing things in your life to make things happen for the both of you. What investment are you requiring her to make? What sacrifice are you requiring her to make? What are you requiring her to contribute to the future of the relationship, to help build it? Most of the time, the answer is nothing but be good. So you're in the position of being her Lord and Savior. You want the relationship she has with God? Let's see how you like that. This is why a lot of you are so let down by relationships going wrong. You didn't require anything of her. Mind you, I'm sure she's doing things for the betterment of the relationship on her own. And hopefully she's contributing on her own to the betterment of the relationship. But that doesn't count for this. Why not? Because her only doing what she wants to do for the relationship puts you right back where we started in the beginning. It puts you in the passive approach zone. Remember, vetting only is a passive approach because it puts you in the position of waiting to see. Now I see why dudes fear the legendary long game, because you're just waiting on her both ways, like later and a waiter. How does her only doing what she wants to do for the relationship show you that she's willing to do what you need her to do for the relationship, even if you like what she does? How? It can't. How are you going to know if she's a valuable asset to going where you want to take things if she's only doing what she wants to do or the things she comes up with, Even if you like those things, you won't know. Remember, when you get with a woman, 9 times out of 10, you spent time telling her where you want to take things in the relationship. She sees the big picture and wants to be there. She's excited about being there. But being in the passive approach zone, by vetting only, you can easily be headed in a direction and end up finding out way too far down the road that she's the main one stopping you guys from getting there, or doesn't deserve to get there. That she's like most people, wants to be there, but not willing to do what's needed to get there. Remember when I said something about getting her hands dirty for the future of the relationship? You're keeping her hands clean and finding out the hard way. The faster you start requiring her to do something, and I don't mean the day after you meet her, I mean once you're in the discussing the future plans phase, the sooner you'll know if she's about this life she claimed to want to be a part of. When you do that, you get 3 possible outcomes. 1, she's with it. 2, she has to learn to be with it. 3, she's not with it. And only 2 are acceptable. Only 1 gets you easing on down the road immediately. Now, finding out she's not willing to do it is not the main reason for this, but you should take that as a final parting gift. The main reason is people invest in what they believe in. They invest in the things they believe have future value. There are things my wife has done for the relationship because of me, meaning she wouldn't have did it on her own. I required it for our future. She was willing, and as time went on, the return came. The return is a stronger relationship, a stronger future for our relationship. So when she tells me, "Poppy, I'm so proud of us," that's a response to the return she's received. And it makes her want to give to it more, which is given to our future. And let me say this before I go. Requiring something of her isn't telling her what to do like, "You call me every day at 6. It's bigger than that. You're in a relationship with someone in another country, which means there are bigger pieces that have to be in place to build your future. Starting a business that she can be a part of, your work that she can help with, her spending her money to purchase things you determine will help with the big picture. Those type of things. Whatever it is, she has to bring her talents home. If she doesn't have any talents, that's your fault. If you don't recognize or know how to leverage her talents, that's your fault. If she's so poor she can't contribute to anything, that's your fault. Requiring things of her that contribute to the big picture is the only way you'll know if she's in a relationship with you. Without that, you will find out down the road that you were just in a relationship with her. Love, purpose, and passports. Peace.